You are the slowest thing on the savannah. You can't outrun a lion. You can't outclimb a leopard. You have no claws, no fangs, no armor, no venom. Pound for pound, you are one of the softest, weakest, large animals that has ever lived. And yet, tonight, somewhere in the wild, a human being will fall asleep on the open ground. No walls, no weapon in hand, completely helpless. And in the morning they will simply wake up. The lions knew they were there, the wolves smelled them, and nothing came. Why? Why do most predators, most of the time, choose to avoid humans? Animals that kill things far stronger than us every single day, quietly stepping around the weakest prey on the savannah. The answer is a story 2 million years in the making, and it's the reason you're alive to hear it.
To understand how strange this is, you have to see yourself the way a predator once did. Picture an early human, 3 million years ago, walking across the African grassland. Barely over a meter tall, weak jaw, flat little teeth made for chewing fruit, not tearing flesh. Slow on 2 legs, no tail for balance, no fur to hide in the grass. To a leopard, that wasn't a threat. That was lunch. And we have proof. One of the most famous early human fossils, a child of the species Australopithecus, was found with 2 neat puncture holes in its skull, a perfect match for the lower fangs of a leopard. That child was carried up a tree and eaten. We know because we found the rest in the same place predators drop their prey. For most of our deep history, we were not the hunters. We were the hunted. Big cats, hyenas, ancient crocodiles, birds of prey large enough to carry off a child. They all ate our ancestors. We were somewhere in the middle of the food chain, nervous, always watching, always listening. So how did an animal this defenseless climb all the way to the very top? It didn't happen with muscle. It happened with something no other animal on Earth had ever tried. It started with fire. Somewhere, hundreds of thousands of years ago, one of our ancestors did something no animal had done before. They didn't run from the flames left by a lightning strike. They walked toward them. They kept them alive. Think about what fire actually is to a predator. Every wild animal on the planet is born with a deep, hardwired terror of it. Fire means death. And here was this small, weak creature, sitting calmly in the middle of it, feeding it, carrying it. At night, when the darkness belonged to lions and hyenas, the human camp now had a wall of light and heat that nothing dared cross. For the first time, our ancestors could sleep, really sleep. The fire kept watch, so they didn't have to. But fire did something deeper than protect us. Cooked food gave us more energy from every bite, and many scientists believe that extra fuel helped grow the one organ that would change everything, the human brain. And a bigger brain meant a new kind of weapon, not one you're born with, one you make. Every predator in nature has the same limit. To kill you, it has to reach you. Tooth and claw only work up close, which means every hunt is a risk. Get too close to something that fights back, and even a lion can end up dead. Humans broke that rule. We learned to kill from a distance, a sharpened spear, then a spear you could throw, then the bow, a tool that let a soft, slow human drop a charging animal from 30 meters away before it ever got close enough to fight back. Stop and think about how terrifying that is if you're on the other end. A predator could no longer see the danger coming. A creature standing far away, seemingly harmless, could suddenly reach across empty space and kill. There was no distance that was safe anymore. And we didn't hunt alone. We hunted as a group that could plan. One human is prey, but 20 humans who can talk, signal, surround you, and attack together from all sides using weapons that strike from range. That is not prey. That is the most dangerous hunting force the planet had ever seen. Predators are smart. They learn what is worth attacking and what will get them killed. And slowly, generation by generation, they were all learning the same brutal lesson about us. Here's the part almost no one expects. One of our deadliest hunting methods didn't use speed or strength at all. It used patience. You are a terrible sprinter, but you might be the single greatest long-distance endurance animal alive. Your body sweats to cool itself while you keep moving. You run on 2 legs, which uses far less energy than 4. You can jog and jog and jog under the hot sun for hours. Most animals can't. A gazelle, an antelope, even a lion is built for one explosive burst. Then it must stop and cool down, or it will overheat and die. So our ancestors did something merciless in its simplicity. They picked an animal and they just followed it, walking, jogging, never stopping. Every time the animal sprinted away and collapsed in the shade to cool off, the humans appeared again over the horizon, and again, until the animal's body simply gave out from heat and exhaustion, and the humans walked up and finished a hunt that took no claws at all, only the refusal to ever quit. That is what the animal kingdom slowly came to understand about us. You cannot outrun them. You cannot wait them out. They do not give up. So the fear spread, not taught in a single moment, burned in over thousands of generations. The predators that feared humans survived and had cubs. The ones that saw us as easy prey met sharp sticks and coordinated groups, and far more often, they died. Evolution did the rest. And that fear is not ancient history, it is measurable right now. Scientists have done something remarkable. They hid speakers in the wild and played different sounds to animals. The growls of lions, the barking of dogs, and simply the sound of humans calmly talking. The result was stunning. Across the board, animals feared the human voice more than the lion. Mountain lions abandoned their kills and fled. Badgers stopped feeding. The most dangerous predators on the landscape heard people chatting, not shouting, not attacking, just talking, and ran. We have become, in the mind of the wild, the ultimate predator, the super predator, not because we are strong, because for 2 million years we were the one threat that never stopped coming. That is why you can walk a forest trail today and the truly dangerous animals melt away before you ever see them. You are wearing the reputation your ancestors spent 100,000 years earning. So the next time you feel small or soft or slow, remember this. Your ancestors were prey, hunted, eaten, afraid in the dark. And with nothing but fire, patience, and each other, they flipped the oldest rule in nature, until the lions themselves learned to look away. You didn't inherit claws or fangs. You inherited something far more powerful. The memory carried in every predator alive that says, "Leave the humans alone." This is the story of how we began, and there is so much more of it to tell. The fire, the first words, the day we buried our dead. Sit down at the oldest campfire on Earth and follow along. This is Emberkind. If you made it all the way here, you're already one of us. Subscribe to Emberkind, leave a like, and I'll see you at the next fire.